Whoa, responding to Keem's new Teddy Fresh accusations. Oh, I'm excited, actually. Let's watch this. This seems like something right up my alley. Sorry. Let's delve into some of the obnoxious drama of Keemstar and Ethan Klein. Because it matters so much.
Is on Snapchat trying to destroy my life, basically. He's not posting it on YouTube because I think he thinks that he'll get in trouble if he talks about me.
I think that it's just more that I don't know. He said that he quit YouTube.
What's funny is I don't care if he does. Like, I don't.
He quit YouTube. He said that because it doesn't get him views or something. So now he posts like stories on Snapchat because he makes a lot of money there or something. That's my understanding.
I don't tell YouTube. I don't do anything. But if he goes on Snapchat, he can say whatever he wants about me. What's interesting about this is that I was contacted by somebody and told that there was a lot of reports coming through about our show talking about Keemstar and that we had to tread lightly.
What? What happened?
So, yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy and weird?
What?
Somebody's told
Being
me.
reported directly to YouTube.
Yes.
Like, not just like flagging the video the normal way.
No. He went
but like using contacts within the company.
Yes.
To report people.
Trying to get our channel in trouble. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought.
Wow.
I have recollected a lot of criticism in the past.
This is so petty, but is that true? That as someone behind the scenes, I'm assuming they're alleging that Keemstar is saying stuff behind the scenes to try to get Ethan to stop continuously making videos about him. I've heard before that if you make a lot of videos with the same person, at some point it could be considered technically harassment. But okay. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't doubt Keemstar would do something like that because he's always complaining about stuff like this. But the thing is that Keemstar does the same thing. He just goes on other people's shows. He goes on like Augie RFC or something, or he'll talk to me about it. So, like, why would he care? Like, why is he... Like, this whole thing is so weird. Okay.
About you,
Indeed.
Susan.
Yeah, so I think his master plan is basically that he's trying to bait me into responding so that he can try to get me, like, the second community strike, because we have one currently.
Is that what the community strike is for? We're talking about Keemstar? Okay.
For saying the word.
Don't need to reiterate. Yeah. Don't actually need to.
Well, I just want to remind the people.
When does that?
I said B word, where everyone comes together and talks about their cool toys. Were you saying something, Cam?
When does that first strike expire?
It's coming up, boy.
Okay.
It's coming right around the
Don't
corner.
you worry.
Right around the corner. Let's go!
All right.
We should get a countdown going.
Yeah. That's like a challenge to all of the haters out there.
True. Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah, so Keemstar thinks he's, like, clever. I can't tell you guys how pathetic this man is. So he's on Snapchat trying to bait me into talking about him so that he can report me to YouTube again for bullying him. And this is a 40-year-old man who's reporting people to YouTube for bullying, and somehow I'm a snitch.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, this girl needs to get out of my
But listen to
fucking
the kind of shit he says about me. He's accusing Teddy Fresh of horrible shit, right, on Snapchat. Here it is. And obviously I have to respond to this.
What is horrible
And I was
shit,
just
man?
like, listen, I talk to people. I have a person, he has a person. It's normal for big creators.
Didn't Ethan do something like that with James Charles, like saying that they stole color block or something? I guess it was the same exact colors though, right? Okay.
At a certain point, though, he's going to have to lose that connect. I mean, his channel, he's not even active on YouTube anymore. He hasn't even uploaded in 3 weeks.
Oh.
He goes, if I can't talk shit about Ethan, then I'm not posting anymore.
I'll show him.
Well, he posted he left a barbecue in a
Let her
hurry to
die.
go to report on someone unfollowing someone.
Right, I think it was Charlie D'Amelio unfollowing Lil Huddy or something.
He dropped everything.
That's big news, though.
He got roasted so good on Twitter. It was like,
Can I tell you? He kept telling me that like every time. He said like 2 or 3 times. I was like, okay, how it's boring. Okay, it's boring. I don't know what Teddy Fresh did. They
like,
stole
dude, you're
something.
40 years old. It's awesome. Yeah, but anyway, I told YouTube, I was like, listen, if Keemstar's saying this shit about me, even if it's not on YouTube, like, I have to respond, because he's saying Teddy Fresh basically plagiarizes everything and is stealing designs and all this shit, right?
Okay.
And this is a thing that him and his henchmen keep trying to put out in the world. They're posting it to subreddits and trying to make Twitter threads and trying to bait other commentary channels to make videos about it. So this is like a whole big project of his. It's crazy. People don't realize what this guy's actually up to. I'm not kidding. This is all real. By the way, this is the tweet I was talking about. This guy, he ran home from a barbecue to tweet this. Charlie D'Amelio just unfollowed Lil Huddy. It's going down. And Brandon said a 40-year-old man tweeted this.
Okay.
Hashtag drama alert. The problem with Drama Alert, it was a good idea at first, but you do age out of it. I mean, at 40, you know, you kind of age out of it.
Okay.
It's not an evergreen idea.
I feel very foolish.
Sure. Yeah, I get that. Anyway, here's what he posted on Snapchat.
Roll it. The H3H3 podcast co-host Hila and Ethan Klein are under fire. Now, this podcast criticizes other people in the community.
Bro, this bitch Aerith has to get the fuck out of my way. It's for real. You're pissing me off. Okay? Sorry.
And these two recently have been criticized against their clothing.
Bro, just the production of this is insane. Crazy ass, like, Inception
You gotta, hey, listen, if you're gonna do something, you gotta commit to it, you know what I mean?
music. Also, he goes, they're under fire. Watch. He literally pulls a tweet from some account with like 300 likes that he probably influenced to or just outright, like, paid them to post that shit.
Wow.
Because, you know, that's what he does. He's literally... He'll have someone else do it and then report on it, so he has no accountability. He does that all the time. This guy is so slimy. Anyway, here it is. Without further...
You know, honestly, I feel, I don't know, I feel like half the shit that Ethan's saying is, like, not verifiable. Right? And maybe it's true, but I feel like it's not helping your it's not really helping you in this conversation to say things that are, like, not verifiable in any capacity. You know what I mean? I feel like it makes you look a little bizarre. But okay.
There you go.
Clothing brand Teddy Fresh for allegedly stealing designs. Let's read the thread.
Wait, what?
Teddy Fresh, a clothing brand by...
What's going on with the setup?
What'd you say? Oh, what's with the setup?
Roll it back a little bit.
Why is he in a bar?
He's in a bar. He's got.
By the way, let me just
a
say this before we
broadcast mic.
proceed. No comments on his intrinsic characteristics.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that's the rule.
Just
Okay.
he's at a bar. He's
Like
got
he's
a
bald or
broadcast
something?
mic and headphones on, but he seems to be recording on a cell phone.
Is that right? Oh my God, you're right.
That doesn't make any sense.
Odd. Wait, is he just set that up so it looks official?
I don't know what the goal is.
I
And
guess
why in a
it's
bar,
seriously.
man?
These two-
You're making content for kids and you're in a bar. What is this meant to make you look cool? That there's alcohol behind you?
I mean, it's his basement bar, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That we
yeah,
saw.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's getting a little weird. Like, I don't think that this, like, looks good for you the way that you're talking about it. Does she have any spells? No, I don't think so. Because, like, now you're insinuating, like, oh, you're trying to influence kids to drink alcohol. I mean, that's the subtextual argument there. I feel like it's not... Like, I just feel like it's not the best argument. It's just, like, I don't know, man. You're going to end up coming out of this looking bad. All right? I'm just saying. Okay?
On his
I
house
recognize
tour.
that place.
The Keemstar Fousey movie. Rip to the goat, by the way. That got taken down. So sad.
What did?
The Keemstar Fousey feature film.
Oh,
that we
yeah.
spent a whole episode reacting to.
jerky.
They privated it. It's
Tastes
so
like
sad.
beef jerky, man.
I think it was a masterpiece.
Anyway, here he goes. So I'm pretty sure you're right. He has a unplugged mic and headphone, and he's just holding the phone. Isn't that interesting? That's
weird.
super cool.
in the community, and these two
Oh my God, you're right,
recently
Dan.
have been criticized against their clothing brand, Teddy Fresh, for allegedly stealing designs.
He's trying so hard. You guys see how he's trying so hard to make this a thing? And he only
You can
posted it to Snapchat.
Do you guys see that the audio is slightly delayed? Or it almost looks dubbed.
Is that right?
From my point of view. Yeah. So I actually think he recorded it on the mic and then tried to overlap it.
And then
but
overlap
he
it with
didn't get
his cell phone footage? Maybe.
Yeah, but he didn't do it perfectly, I think.
You know, it doesn't look dubbed to me. Let me watch.
And
it's a zoom.
these two
Oh, it is there's a little.
I see that. A little bit.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But that would be too hard, right, to do that? That'd be kind of
Because
crazy.
the audio is pretty good. So I think he actually...
So you think the mic might be, he might have got the audio track and merged it with the
Yeah.
video.
Okay.
But I think he fucked up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little off. You're right. You're right, man. It's a little delayed. Wow. Who would have thought that this production from his basement bar wouldn't have been perfect?
so frustrating.
I know, buddy. Just next time, be a little more careful with the sync. There's tools that can help you with that. in
Sorry.
Adobe.
Who recently have been criticized against their clothing brand, Teddy Fresh, for allegedly stealing designs. Let's read the thread. Teddy Fresh, a clothing
Yeah,
brand.
again, this was some post by, I don't know, it had like almost no likes. It was like, the only person that saw it was Keemstar.
Okay, bitch.
He's like friends. There, you got 14 likes. He's like, they're under fire from this account with 14 likes. Really, dude? And you're making a whole video about it? Okay, let's watch.
And by Ethan and Gila Klein might have been stealing designs for years. A Teddy Fresh shirt, bottom, an original vintage shirt, a bear, the exact copy and paste. And if you look close, that is the same bear. Are they just taking this? But the thread keeps going, people. That's right. Capella's Dangerous Hunt PS3 video game on top. Teddy Fresh t-shirt on the same.
Is it real? Is that actually real? Hold on. I mean, it's kind of stupid. All right, it looks like okay. Is that actually a Teddy? Is that an actual Teddy Fresh shirt? Okay, we'll see if Ethan says they're not.
Hey, Bear, what is this? What is going?
It kind of is the same.
Are they really just taking designs? Are they stealing them? And the thread keeps going, people. Now, I know this story. This happened a couple months ago because H3H3's own fans were exposing him for stealing a dino shirt. A sweater pattern from 1992.
First of all, okay, well, I'm just going to let it finish and I'll go back and address everything.
Dino design from a sewing book on the top, and on the bottom, a Teddy Fresh sweater. And apparently, Ethan Klein even admitted that this was stolen by, an employee that they fired. But the thread keeps going, people. Top, vintage teddy bear design found on Etsy. Bottom, Teddy Fresh. That's like the same thing. I'm noticing a pattern here, people. And speaking about patterns, continuing on the thread, look at this. Look at this. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. The blue flames. It's the same thing. Top, vintage design found on Etsy. Bottom, Teddy Fresh.
Etsy?
Unreal. Is Teddy Fresh just like stealing designs from everyone? Now, recently, Teddy Fresh came out with this Elon Musk with devil horns type of thing. It's like black and white and then only the red is shown, right? Well, that is another t-shirt design stolen from like what?
Well, that one's not. So like when there's a difference between like stolen and inspired by. If they made one that's like about how Elon Musk is a bad guy or whatever, like it doesn't really matter unless it's like the other ones seem to be like almost identical if those are real. This one I don't really care about. It's like it's a similar design. Who really cares about that? I mean, who cares about any of this? But
what is this? Yeah, I mean, it seems like somebody is trying to hide this information from getting out. But ladies and gentlemen,
Again, no, I'm literally showing it for everybody because I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to create a story. Nobody's hiding it. This isn't even a story. You created it out of thin air under the guise of some other dude that you had tweeted out. And I'm not hiding shit, bro, you idiot.
I want to know what you think. Hit me up on Twitter with your thoughts. My Twitter is @Keemstar. And that is it for the news. Make sure you subscribe here because as soon as I get the scoop.
That's it for the news.
Yeah,
That's
so
all the news
I've
that
never-
happened that day.
I've never heard of that website, Epsi.
Epsi. Yeah, they make Epstein salt. They sell salt, I think.
What is Epsi?
Epsi. Oopsie, Epsi. You could tell how hard he's trying. And I feel like he put a lot of work into this, He put a lot of work into this, and he's
4 years.
He's trying so hard. And the thing about Teddy Fresh, I think he's so bitter and jealous about Teddy Fresh because it's successful in its own right, and there's really nothing shady.
I don't think Keemstar really cares that you have like a success in the brand. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. I think it's more that he thinks he has a story and he can. I mean, I want to know. I guess I don't really care about the fluff. I guess I'm curious now. All this is so fucking dumb and petty in general. I mean, this whole thing is so stupid. I mean, it really is. The whole thing is so fucking dumb.
Going on with Teddy Fresh, and he's so desperate to hurt me in any way he can. He tried lying about me. He's tried ruining my YouTube channel, and that hasn't worked. So he's now going after my wife and her company. And like, he didn't post this on YouTube, just Snapchat. Don't you find that interesting?
No, not really.
Because he knows he can't be reporting, he can't be complaining to YouTube that I'm bullying him and then posting shit like this.
I don't know. I don't think it's. I think that he just kind of gave up on YouTube. I mean, I guess I talked to him a little more, so I know that. But he's been fucking bitching, moaning, and crying about it for like a month now. It's annoying as shit. So I know that there's like that's not like a factor in it,
So he posted on Snapchat. But of course,
I'm still waiting for my free Teddy Fresh that Ethan said he would send me. So I don't want a stolen design though, okay, Ethan? Make sure you give me a real fucking design, all right? All right, Mr. Klein. I don't want some bullshit, motherfucker.
Myself against accusations like this. It's not bullying if you provoked me. But let's go back, okay, and let's take these on head on.
Okay.
I mean, this is my wife's company we're talking about here. And by the way,
Over my wife.
I mean, give me a break, bro. I mean, I would never go after your girlfriend.
Knock it over my wife.
There it is.
I mean, I would never go after a child.
Yeah.
Okay. You see, that's weird.
She should. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where, like, let's say Keemstar is fabricating everything, or he's going off of like a really bogus allegation, which very well may be true. The response so far has been so conspiracy-esque. It's been like kind of weird. You're going off on a tangent about how Keemstar's only doing it on Snapchat to spite you and all blah blah blah, and that he's sending in false like harassment claims and all these different things, and maybe they're true. And then you're insinuating that he's like a fucking pedophile again. It's like, dude, come on, man. Like this doesn't. Like, what are you doing, bro? It's not helping. This isn't like helpful the way that you're going about this.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't.
It's too far. Anyway, let's take. By the way, I want to say at the top, okay?
I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to go here.
I mean, at this point, Teddy Fresh has been in business for 5 years, and each collection, each month, we drop a lot of clothes. I mean, we have a lot of designers. We have like, again, there's like about 40 people there, full-time employees, and we've probably made like close to 1,000, maybe 1,000 products by now.
Damn.
Okay. And if he only found like maybe.
So what is possible is that there are some people that are like this. Remember when what's the really unfunny Amy Schumer? Remember when she was like accused of joke theft as well, and she's like, well, it was people that were writing for me. It wasn't really me. It's very well maybe possible. Is that what the argument is? Is that like, hey, we have some people who like phone it in and they're really lazy about some designs and it turns out to be bad? Like, okay, that's fair. It's just still like your company though, so you kind of like it's still, you know, that's them being a poor reflection on you. That's not really Keemstar being a poor reflection on you. You know what I mean?
8 things that he could try to accuse us of stealing. So like per capita, right off the bat, you're talking about a company with 40 employees that's made thousands of designs. So let's talk about this.
Let's read the thread. Teddy Fresh, a clothing brand by Ethan and Gila Klein, might have been stealing designs for years. A Teddy Fresh shirt, bottom, an original vintage shirt, a bear, the exact copy and paste. If you look close,
A bear.
that is the same bear. Are they just taking this? But the thread keeps going.
Yeah, so the one hilarious thing that they're trying to get us on is like sometimes designers just license graphics from
Okay.
because it's really hard to create custom graphics all the time, and it's very normal for clothing brands, streetwear brands to license an image
Oh, okay.
and start from that. And it's incredible because they're so desperate again to try to fuck with my life that it's like, dude, it's a licensed graphic, you fucking idiot.
Okay.
Like, it's just not that deep.
You probably should have led with that. I don't know, because we're like 15 minutes into this video, and like you're just now talking about its license. I don't know, but okay, I get that. I guess I get it. Okay, I mean that makes sense to me. I guess he's saying it's licensed. Okay.
It's really not.
Sometimes, Keemstar, things aren't that fucking deep.
Thank you, Bang.
Wow.
Yeah, BFF shit.
I told you he was BFF material.
Did he steal this? By the way, I love that he considers himself a journalist. Did he steal this design?
Does he really?
I mean,
Does he
I think
refer
he
to himself
does,
as a
actually,
journalist?
sadly. I think he does
Interesting.
fancy himself as some kind of journalist,
Okay.
which is kind of nuts. Thank you, Dylan, for 10 gifted subs. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you for the 10
Cat-
gifted.
Thank you for gifted. Cat Meat, thank you for gifted. 5 gifted.
Cat me, thank you for the gifted.
Your name is so hard to pronounce. But thanks for the 20. You said, what is the logo on Keem's shirt? Looks ripped off from Nirvana. Oh shit, girl. That's an interesting observation. Yo! That's his boxing promotion thing. He stole that from Nirvana, dude.
Oh wait, you know why the audio is all funky lately?
Wait, hold on. Type happy face with 1 XI.
There we go.
Here it's.
Hold up.
I had to like.
Yeah, the
turn
Nirvana
down,
one has 2
That
X's.
was annoying. Okay.
Here's a side by
Dude,
side.
he completely ripped that off. Oh my god, this is my... Oh my god, you guys, this is crazy. Are they just stealing it?
What the hell?
This is nuts.
Wow.
I've been-
We caught him red-handed.
I've been seeing a lot of reports about this in our Discord channel.
Breaking news.
Breaking
Keemstar
news.
is trying to hide this. Is he stealing designs? Breaking. The happy face is clearly the same. Keemstar, we need an answer from you. By the way, breaking news. Shocking news. I bet you can find this. I don't think they made this. I bet this is like a licensed image, the face.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got to be. Breaking news. Keemstar is stealing it.
He's stealing it.
But I mean, this is the level of, journalism that's going into this. Like, it's so absurd. And then there's this one. Oh my god, you guys. This is unbelievable what I'm seeing. I mean, this is a direct ripoff. I can't believe the balls on this guy. I mean, guys, what are we going to do about it? Is this COVID related?
I wonder if Ethan's audience like enjoys this type of content. I just do because like I mean like they spent a half an hour on this. I don't know. I mean I get Keemstar made like a it seems like not a very seemed like a less than fucking honest accusation for sure. You know, but I don't know, man. It's like weird. It's so weird, and it's just it's it feels weird to me. It just feels like it feels like you guys shouldn't have focused and spent so much time on something like this. It just feels like it's probably turning people off. I don't know. I mean, I get the frustration, but
Ow. So anyway, let's continue.
ultimately, like the goal, whether it's intentional or not, from Keemstar is to like just report on whatever, and then you hope that you have some kind of like disproportionate response. Is this really where I was supposed to go? I'm so dumb. And then you look bad because of your response. You know what I mean? But
Continue. So there's that one.
Let's read the thread. Teddy Fresh, a clothing brand by Ethan and Gila Klein, might have been stealing designs
Wait, how are we back here again?
for years. The exact copy.
I mean, you could have like talked about it. Could have taken up 2 minutes. Oh yeah, Keemstar saying that we faked it, blah 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 blah. But you know what? Actually, we licensed it, so who cares? You know.
And paste. And if you look close, that is the same bear. Are they just taking this? But the thread keeps going, people. That's right. Capella's
This is a licensed image.
What about
But
the bear?
honestly, it's so different too. Like even making that
Not really.
accusation is kind of insane. It may not even be a licensed image. I don't know. It's hard to tell. But
Okay, well now you're kind of hurting your own argument there. This is a licensed image. Well, actually, I don't know. I feel like that is almost a direct copy. Well, I don't know. Now it kind of okay, whatever. I mean, it's this doesn't really look good for Ethan. This is so stupid. But okay. Yeah, he's destroying his own. This is a licensed image. Well, actually, I don't know, because if you really think about it, those are exactly the same. Oh, really? I don't know, Ethan. You know. Now you're making yourself look a little bit suspicious here.
but like, it's a video game cover, and this
Also,
is completely different.
The bear's from a completely different angle.
Not
It's hard to
really,
tell.
but okay.
Yeah, you're right. You can see more of.
You see, it's more front
Yeah,
facing.
but even
than
but
Teddy
it
Fresh.
doesn't matter. I mean, I'm pretty sure that this is a reference. This is a.
Yeah.
I think they're actually using a licensed image on the front of their video game, but we actually changed it quite a bit. So it's even licensing aside, it's quite a stretch.
I don't know. Those look like the exact same picture. Paws up, a mouth's open. It's like shifted a little bit. This isn't. I don't know. It's like it's basically the same image, except there's fire behind the one and water behind the other. I feel like the biggest issue I guess I have with it, more than anything else, is the fact that he didn't even come prepared to defend himself. Which is a little bit of a red flag for me, right? Like he's just like, yeah, this is not. I think it's licensed, or maybe it's not, but they changed it up. So wouldn't you want to like maybe do a little research and look into it first before talking about this? But okay,
Again, thousands.
because now it just sounds like you're just reacting. You're just saying no to everything without like actually looking into your own obligations or your own like fucking whatever you've done. That's how it comes off now.
1,000 designs over 5 years, and this is the best he has.
Dangerous Hunt PS3 video game on top. Teddy Fresh T-shirt on the bite. The same bear.
It's the same shirt. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the same shirt as a PS3 bear. I can't believe it. We got him, folks.
Yeah, dude, it's one of those things where like there's such a low expectation on Keemstar to operate in like the correct capacity that Keemstar could basically do anything at this point, and you'd like write it off partially as like, oh, what an idiot. But Ethan still has Ethan does, whether you want to hear this or not, have more credibility than Keemstar overall in general. It's just the reality. So Ethan's response looks kind of unhinged based comparatively, and it's just gonna make Keemstar look better overall. I really think you should have just came out and then known if you did or didn't license the image, or at least lie better. I mean, you shouldn't be lying, but just lie better. Yeah, we licensed that. Oh wait, actually, I don't know. Wow. So it's like you planned to do this segment, and you didn't even look into it. It's not a good, kind of not good.
Shut it down. Kurt Cobain would like a word with you. Someone says, Megan said, I hope you're not stressing too much, Ethan. We're noticing your tics are more. Also, side note, please talk about deaf noodles. I don't want to talk about that. First of all, thank you.
What just happened?
I'm okay. You know, one of the causes for the more Tourette's could be the Wellbutrin I started. I don't know. But
What?
yeah,
What
it
just
has
happened?
been more lately.
Wait,
which is
what the
annoying,
fuck just
but it's
happened?
fine.
Did I just accidentally restart the game? Bro.
Deal with it. The other thing is, I don't want to talk about deaf noodles, you know. The dude's been getting, like, absolutely dogpiled by everybody.
Why is it that I'm randomly watch this video and he brings up deaf noodles? Jesus Christ. Like, I don't really want to talk about it either, but I don't think it's fair to say he's been getting dogpiled. I mean, the guy's kind of a fucking dickhead. Listen, I don't want to talk about the specific situation, but I mean, people are pretty pissed about the image of me that he made fun of, considering the root of the image. All right, I'm not going to talk about it specifically. I don't really want to keep talking about this shit, but I don't think it's fair to say he's got dogpiled. I think that he's gotten criticized. I think it's kind of dishonest to say dog. I understand why you don't want to talk about it because he's your friend or whatever. It's probably going to make you look bad in the long run if you don't talk about it. I mean, you do you? But if you frame it like that, but okay, you know, you do you, I guess.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay, that's fine.
So let's continue this.
Cool.
What is this? What is going? Are they really just taking designs? Are they
really just taking designs?
stealing them?
Are they stealing them?
Listen to the super chat from Mermaid. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Senior graphic designer for a major apparel company here. This is all extremely normal in the industry.
Exactly.
Much love to you and TF.
Thank
Team
you.
Stay losing. Thank you.
I mean, they might actually be that thing. Maybe it is normal in the industry, but I mean, like, let's say it is normal. It's like, is some form of kind of stealing designs normal, or maybe they're just not in the industry and you're just hoping that it makes you, I don't know, whatever.
First of all, thank you for that message, because it's hard to convey. Like, there is norms in the industry that everybody knows, and like when you're outside, like,
so why didn't you just say that? Hey, this is the norm in the industry to like slightly alter an image, but not really alter it that much. Like, this is just kind of normal. Like, is that normal in the industry? Because that looked, I don't know. You said like, oh, at first like I licensed it, now I changed it a little bit, now I did this. It's like you don't even know you don't even really know what you did. You know, it's a little sussy here. Okay.
Keemstar that's like looking at everything we
Sussy
do
baka.
under a microscope. These things that are.
I don't think he is. I think that he just like happened to see a tweet. I think I saw a creator talk about it. Oh, he's stealing stuff, and then Keemstar's going to jump on it because, you know, like Keemstar's not going out of his way to do research on Ethan. People just bring it stuff to him. You know what I mean? Like, that's just kind of how these things work, right? It's the same thing when like they talked about the situation with me and Keemstar. Like, did they look into it? No, they didn't look for it. Somebody in their subreddit found it and talked about it. You know what I mean?
Quite literally, you know, business norms. This is what happens in every design room for every you know, fashion company in the world. I've heard that Supreme, they have a massive warehouse full of vintage clothes, and when they're going to design, they basically just walk through and like pick out vintage items and basically just rip it off, more or less.
Oh, okay.
And that's kind of the cycle of things. It's what it is.
Okay.
I
A
mean,
lot of these companies too have such a set list of assets you can get, and they're very strict on how much you can manipulate them too. So, I don't know.
oh, you're saying the license holder.
Yeah, the licensing. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
interesting. Yeah, but there's, I mean, yeah, it's like, it's just nuts.
Now, I know this story. This happened a couple months ago because H3H3's own fans were exposing him for stealing a dino shirt. A sweater.
I mean, this is such old news. We're like bros with this guy now. We have a partnership with him. We pay him, and we're actually making more stuff together.
Hey, nice.
Yeah, we have a really cool another sweater coming out of his sweater designs. They're so dope. It's a cat and a dog wearing a turtleneck sweater on a sweater. So
I don't know the specifics, so excuse me if I'm being ignorant. But it sounds like we're saying here is that like they once accidentally, maybe or probably accidentally, like took somebody else's design, and the guy reached out to them and was like, "Hey, that's my design, bro." And then they're like, "Oh, we're really sorry. Let's we'll pay you for it, and then we'll work with you more." So doesn't that kind of contribute to the idea that maybe that you said you had 40 designers and maybe they ripped it off, and you know maybe that's what happened with this video game thing? But okay.
Fucking dope.
Sweaterception.
Gary Kennedy, shout out. So yeah, dude, really breaking news here, buddy. You know, again, thousands of designs, and he's
Well, I think that it's just kind of, I think it's just kind of like speaking to like, oh, he's done this in the past. I mean, it makes sense if you have like a bunch of writers on a show, or if you have like, if you do a bunch of designers, or you have a bunch of this or that. I mean, like, I feel like it is probably going to happen where you're going to end up getting designs from a spot where like you probably, that you didn't realize. It's like, yeah, I hire 40 design. Of course, like you're not an artist, so why, why would you come up with the ideas yourself? And then they're like, oh, I came up with this, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. And then they go, at the end of the day, it makes you kind of look bad. You know, but
hashing this old buried shit that's been done forever.
Pattern from 1990.
Oh wow! Thank you to Blue Phoenix Productions. Lots of goofs going on right now, but I wanted to say how great you guys are. Every podcast makes my day. Thank you guys for the endless laughs, and thank you for watching. And I'm so happy to be with you guys 4 times a week.
You know, I don't want to be that guy. I'm a little. Listen. Earlier in this, we saw Ethan make a joke about Keemstar being a pedophile by saying that his like girlfriend is a child. And the biggest thing that Death kept doing was calling me, saying, "Oh, you look like a pedophile," right, over and over, which is frustrating, obviously. So I feel like maybe one of the reasons, and I'm just saying this, that Ethan doesn't really care about the situation, is because he thinks it's appropriate to call people pedophiles when they're not. I'm just saying. Which I think is weird, because I don't know where you guys come from. I just feel like where I'm from, like, you know, that's people get hurt if they're pedophiles. I don't know how else to say it. And so to me, and to a lot of people, it's a call to violence, right? I mean, if we were friends and you called me that, I guess like whatever. If it's, but like that, we're not. So I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I'm just saying, dude.
That's the dream. One day, 5. One day. But until then. Yeah, shout out Gary Kennedy. He's the one who made this design.
To a dino design from a sewing book on the top, and on the bottom, a Teddy Fresh sweater. And apparently, Ethan Klein even admitted that this was stolen by, an employee that they fired. But the thread keeps...
Is he trying to be like, an employee? Trying to make it seem like it was us? He's like, an employee.
I didn't get that, but maybe. Did they actually do that? Did they fire the employee? Imagine being that employee, and like they fired you for like taking a design, and then like somebody else is doing it at whatever Teddy Fresh. I'm not saying that they are, but imagine that they are, and they're just saying like, yeah, okay, whatever, not giving a fuck about it. I would be kind of pissed if I was that employee.
Whatever.
Going, people. Top, vintage teddy bear design found on Etsy. Bottom, Teddy Fresh. That's like this.
To be honest, I can't tell what's going on here, if it's the same or not. But I will say about this one, again, I can't tell if it's the same. It's possible that it's a fabric that we bought, but it's also possible. The thing is, like, there is an industry standard for when you buy really, really old vintage stuff that's like a one-off that like doesn't exist anywhere and it's years old. It's like
public domain.
It is. There's like a weird thing, but people, it's kind of like fair game. I feel like if you.
I mean, that's not really a terrible argument, only because it's quite possible that the Etsy person did that as well. They're like, oh, like the Etsy person might have just found some like pattern that would be considered public domain in some capacity, and they made it, and then like Teddy Fresh found it. They may not even have found it through Etsy, and they're like, yeah, let's do this one. That's possible. Absolutely. It seems weird that you could have just like. You could have come in this with a little bit more knowledge on it because it's like your company. So you could have like been like, yeah, you know what? This one is public domain. Oh yeah, you know what? This one we license. Yeah, like you could have had the facts on it. It would have been pretty easy for you to do. You could have just had like an employee look it up at Teddy Fresh and like look at the specifics.
You discover like a one-off weird thing that's like forgotten to the annals of history. You shouldn't copy it directly though. I mean, that's obviously shouldn't do that. I can't tell though. This one's too small. I can't see I can't even tell if they're identical, or it may have been the same fabric, or it may have just been a vintage piece. I don't know.
Same thing! I'm noticing a pattern here, people. And speaking about patterns...
If it was the same, why didn't you get a closer pick? You could... You know what I mean?
I don't know. From what I saw, it says 70 years, but I could be wrong.
You could...
Well, it's for a Snapchat show, so it's only ever going to be...
but this one could be closer.
On the screen, yeah.
Okay.
thing! I'm noticing a pattern here, people. And speaking about patterns, continuing on the thread, look at this!
This one's my favorite. This is a fucking fabric, you moron. We bought the same fabric, you dumb, disease-brained fucking idiot. I mean,
I don't really know what that means, honestly. I just don't know. I guess they bought like a fabric pattern. Is that all it is? Is like people buy fabrics and they can make clothes? I mean, that's interesting. I didn't know about that. If that's what they're saying, okay.
Yeah, seriously, it's so sometimes people manufacture really cool fabrics, and you speak with certain, you have like textile vendors or people you work with, and you say, send us some really cool fabrics you have right now, and they'll send samples, and you go, dang, that's awesome, I want to use that. And so clearly they like the same pattern, the same fabric as us.
See, this one works really well because he's like he seems like he's knowledgeable instantaneously on what happened here. Hey, we bought the same fabric, and then I'm like, oh, okay. This one seems like a really instantaneous good response.
And that's all that happened.
Okay,
so
that makes sense.
Shout the fuck out, Keemstar.
Sorry.
Who is getting an education. This one, I will admit, is a little too close for comfort. I don't know what happened with this one.
Okay.
To be honest.
Do we know where the sweater from the left? Oh,
yeah, it's Prada. I recognize that sweater. It's a Prada sweater with the flames.
That's Prada? That looks like fucking Hot Topic. Okay.
I mean, this one's on a hoodie. Yeah, I mean, this one's a little sus. I agree. I'm not sure what happened here.
You probably should have came in. You probably should have came into the video knowing a little more about it. I mean, it's good that he's admitting it. Good for him. I respect that. But you probably should have looked into that one a little bit.
Yep.
That one looks like a little bit of a direct it's slightly different if you kind of look at it, but still I would say that it's basically the same.
That's probably maybe the only one that he could call me out on, that I can probably look a little deeper into.
Look at this! It's the same thing! It's the same thing. The blue flames. It's the same thing. Top vintage design.
Blue?
Not blue.
Yeah, he said blue. It's clearly green, right?
That's not blue.
I don't want to be.
Maybe he's colorblind.
I don't want to be like a color ableist, but maybe.
My mom is colorblind. I think you might be colorblind.
Wait, what? Hold on a second. Can women be colorblind? Oh, I didn't even know that. I thought it was only men. Wow. Okay. I thought only men could be. It said mostly men. I thought it was only men. Yo, who's this girl? She's fucking hot as hell. Whatever. Anyway, am I stupid? Yeah. Apparently I am stupid. Go fuck yourself. Bro, I always thought that only men could be colorblind. Even when I looked that up, they said mostly men. Okay? It's a mostly men. This inherited condition affects mostly males, but females can be colorblind too. I didn't know that. Okay? I didn't know. Jesus, dude. That's sexist. Yeah. I'm gatekeeping colorblind. Sorry, guys.
Keem.
Well,
he could be.
He could do a color test anyway. Color
have changed my life.
Color blindness is more common in men.
Yeah, my mom mixes up green and blue and brown and red.
See?
Yeah.
Flames. It's the same thing. Top vintage design found on Etsy. Bottom.
I feel like this one is kind of just stupid. Well, okay.
Teddy.
Yeah. This is what I was saying. This is like a super old vintage design that's like erased from the annals of history. And I mean, it's different. The colors are different and stuff too. So I don't really see the problem in this case. It's just a T-shirt.
Okay.
Fresh. Unreal. Is Teddy Fresh just like stealing designs from everyone? Now everyone. Teddy Fresh came out with this Elon Musk with devil horns type of thing. It's like black and white, and then only the red is shown, right? Well, that is another T-shirt.
So I made this design. I've never seen this in my life, and
this is by far the biggest stretch.
I don't even know, because like obviously this is like a trope, right? With the red,
of course,
brand and the horns and shit.
Well, yeah, it's the devil trope. Yeah, that's true. It's not even really the same design. It's just like, oh, Elon Musk is the devil, whatever. Okay.
So I don't know anything about this shirt. I designed this shirt. I've never
stole
seen that one.
That first one is a black and white photograph with drawing over it.
Right.
And this one is a doodle.
Yeah, but if you Google red horns and crayon, you'll find that the whole internet is plagiarizing each other. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah, so this is just obviously like a major stretch here.
Right? Well, that is another T-shirt design stolen from like What is this? Yeah, I mean, it seems like somebody is trying to hide this information from getting out. But ladies and gentlemen,
And that the final insinuation that we're somehow
Someone's
bearing this, extorting people, going to, and so what he obviously he's trying to turn this into a thing, right? And this is what he does. And the thing is, some of you guys don't like when I talk about Keemstar so much, but I have to address these things before they snowball. And that's what happened when he accused me of stealing money for our first lawsuit. I just ignored. I was trying not to talk about Keemstar at all, and it actually almost ruined my life, which is kind of crazy. So he actually goes so low that when he almost ruined my life, and I had to really come back hard on him. And that's when people left me alone on that issue and decided that I wasn't a scammer.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I think the problem is that there seems to be times when you do talk about Keemstar where it's like unprompted and it's like weird. That's, for instance, like when you just constantly talk about how his girlfriend's younger than him. You know, and it makes it seem like you're talking about it. So then it's like the boy who cried wolf. It's like, oh, you're talking about Keemstar because you feel the need to respond, which makes sense. But, you know, the last 2 times you were just saying that he was like a fucking, basically a predator for dating a girl that's of legal age, you know? I get it. It's weird, but like, again, it's legal. So what do you want me to tell you? I mean,
and that's what he's trying to do here. It's hard to explain just what a existential threat this guy is to people he hates. And that's why I talk about him so much, is because he thrives on bullying people and like destroying people's lives. And he hates me more than anyone. So as you can see, he's trying to do it still. And on top of that, it's like the meta bait where he's doing it on Snapchat only to bait me to talk about him so he can report me to YouTube. He's trying to get me banned on YouTube. It's crazy, right? I mean, it's like this man he really thinks about me all the time.
that's true. He does. You probably do the same, though. Okay, cool. Cool stuff. That was something. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and another special shout out to all my Patreon and Twitch subs. If you'd like to support this channel further than you already have by just watching the video alone, go down in the links below where you can sub on my Patreon, which will allow you to get your name on this beautiful black wall. Or you can go to the Twitch page and you can actually use a free Amazon Prime sub, if you have Amazon Prime, to subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.